Welcome to a Life Illuminated podcast. I'm your host, Jack McAdoo, bringing you the show that shines a light on the path to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. Whether you're looking for motivation, direction, or just a little extra inspiration, we've got you covered. Aloha, and what is happening, everyone? I hope that you're doing amazing, that you're having an absolutely amazing day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Thank you for allowing me into your space, as always. I don't take that for granted, and thank you for subscribing and listening to this episode and to the podcast. And if you haven't yet, I would be honored if you did. And let's do what we always do. We take a deep breath in and we exhale, just relieving some stress to get into the moment and to prepare ourselves to absorb some of the things that I'm getting ready to discuss. And we'll get a little personal this time. Not totally get into it. I try to keep the podcast short. I really do. I try to keep it somewhere within 15, 20 minutes, unless I'm doing an interview, because I know a lot of us don't want to hear something for an hour or 2 hours. But I want to talk about humility in being humble. In my life and in my journey, which I'm not going to really get into right now, but there was a lot of things that happened in my life, good and bad, and just periods of time that caused me to fall and stumble. And I remember sitting down by a stream in Kentucky and just seeing everything come to me, and not really even in meditation, just thinking about life and breaking down, and then this voice inside of me or somewhere just said, you need to become humble. And it explained what humbleness was and how to walk in humility. And then it was real. It dawned on me, and it was just, what else is there? And I think times in our lives when we, think that we're pleasing someone, or especially when we're not living in our authenticity, we lose a lot. We lose a lot of the humility, because it just becomes this thing of proving ourselves or proving our belief, or, walking a path that isn't really in our purpose. And we lose that humility. And what humility is the ability to define and recognize and acknowledge our limitations and our imperfections, as well as our willingness to learn and grow from others. That's becoming humble. We need to understand the importance of humility, because it helps us cultivate a mindful and a compassionate approach to life, because we have to become compassionate toward ourselves. It's not the woe with me or anything like that. It's just something that we need. We need humility in our personal growth. It just teaches us to be loving ourselves and loving others. We can empathize with others. We can understand their perspectives. We can connect with them on a deeper level. It promotes listening and learning from others, rather than just, judging and dismissing their experiences and opinions, because we're so wrapped up in our own. And that's what humility does as well. It teaches us that we can accept feedback and constructive criticism without going off. It allows us to approach challenges and setbacks with an amazing growth mindset, and not one in lack. It teaches us to recognize our own limitations, and it will show us where we need to improve in our life. Because if we're constantly focusing on proving and living in the shadows and doing things, that we shouldn't be doing, or how we treat other people, or the way we treat ourselves, we lose the humility. And if we're doing that, then we're never going to have it. And I think that's one of the most important things in life. From my own perspective and through my learning process, is being humble. I've learned what my limitations are. There are some moments where I try to exceed them, but in a way to grow, in a way to challenge myself, not in a way to where I'm going to destroy myself or I'm taking too much of a risk. Humility has taught me that. It's taught me to say no. It truly has. More so than ever in my life, and I think it can do that for you too. Because humility will show us what our positive traits are. It just brings out the key qualities in our life. And we can look for humility by going within. We have to. It starts within. We have to go within our life. We have to see what is not right for us, what is taking us away from the path, and why aren't we receptive to others' pains, to others' criticisms of us? Why are we not receptive to that? And why does it always have to be me in the negative way? Getting there, it all starts with self-awareness and mindfulness, meditation, and awareness. We really have to strive to watch what we do and watch what we say to ourselves and to one another. That way we can find where we need to add humbleness in our life, one step at a time, to where that it's second nature. And just be in humility. Be grateful for everything. It starts in so many places. It really, really does. Creating self-awareness is it's a magnificent thing, man, to be able to recognize and observe your own thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors without judgment or distraction. It's amazing. When I learned to become humble, it honestly changed me immediately. And doors began to open. It was just a point in my life where things just started spiraling. I'm not talking about drugs or alcohol or anything like that. It was just in personal relationships, business, things like that. Things that I wasn't recognizing where I should have been recognizing and looking for different signs. And that is the humility also taught me, and probably it could teach you, to recognize that everything happens because of our own actions. Everything. We place ourselves in situations, sometimes not even knowingly. One thing leads to another. So we really need to learn to understand what we're doing, understand our thought process. Removing things out of our life, this is where it becomes important. If we're constantly going through things and we're constantly being around people that are negative or situations that are negative and situations that can hurt us, we really have to embrace that, understand it, and walk away from it. Be humble enough to know. Why? Why stay in something that just destroys your peace? We're not here for that, man. We're really not. We're here to just fulfill whatever our purpose is, to love each other, to be happy and humble as best as we possibly can. Look, we're celestial beings in a human suit. And there's other people that don't even vibe right with us. They don't even vibe right with themselves. And we have to navigate through that. Navigate with love and protection of yourself. Remember, you're cultivating a mindfulness practice to become all that you want to be, all that you desire, creating your dreams. And it's all about deep diving, man. It really, really is. It's not woo-woo. It's not any of that. It's about diving deep within your spirit, within your mind, to understand who you truly are and were truly meant to be. And you'll enjoy it. And you know it's there. It's that little voice. It's that little voice in your head telling you, man, you need to get right with certain things in your life. If not, this destruction is just going to continue and continue to where you just explode in some form or fashion. We have to find peace in our life. And you know people, you've talked to friends or family or colleagues, and you said, that person is just so humble. You can be too. And they probably are. And tell them that. Tell them that you see humility in them. Make someone's day. It's not an ego thing. It doesn't stroke their ego. It lets them know that they're on the right path. And maybe they can help you. It's about love, loving yourself, loving your kids. I know that if you're listening to this, you know. Just think about it, man. How can I be more humble to myself and others? Do I know what my limitations are? Do I know how to be truly aware of my thoughts? Do I really know? Do I understand other people's perspectives? Can I handle their judgment about me on a deeper level? Can I handle it? And can I recognize sometimes when they're judging, they're speaking love and truth? And am I able to accept that love and truth to better myself, to correct something that I may not even recognize within myself? And by doing that, maybe I can grow. Maybe I can have more compassion. But open, man. Don't dismiss other people's experiences. Don't be jealous of someone else's experience or their opinion. Welcome it with love. If it's constructive, embrace it. If it's attacking and extremely judgmental, reject it and walk away, because that doesn't serve your higher good. I want to get more into this and share more of my story with you in future episodes. But today's not that day. I just wanted to talk to you about that. Just learning to become humble with humility and mindfulness and compassion, which excels your personal growth. It just makes you a better human being for yourself, for your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues. Why wouldn't you want that? You know, just another brick in your life, another building block to a better you, to an illuminated life. You know, your life is so illuminated if you allow it to be. And I know you get there. I know you will get there. I believe in you. I really do. I'm not just saying it. So on that note, I want you to have the most amazing day, the most amazing afternoon, or the most amazing evening, wherever you are listening to this. And I wish nothing but the best for you. And I thank you again for your space and your time. I hope you share this episode with someone that needs it. I hope that you subscribe to the podcast and that you share the podcast and they subscribe. Let's grow this amazing community. So again, peace, love to you. Take care and be well. Peace and aloha, everyone.